Hello YouTube. Some days ago I used my Bog River knife, my Bravo 1, to cut some wood, and I found out that there were some small nails in it, and it chipped my edge quite bad, as you can see. And now I need to remove these chips. So I'll start off with my Shepton Hano Kuramaku 120 grit, followed by the 220 grit, and then I will need most of these stones to finish the blade. So let's start. As you can see, my 120 grit stone is already a little bit concave, but it's not a problem for this low grit. I will have to flatten it soon, but this is not a problem yet. So to get rid of these large chips, 120 grit. These low grit stones are always quite soft, in difference to the higher grits, but I'm quite happy with this Kuramaku stone because it's quite fast, and it's way faster than the Naniwa Superstone I had, and it's also still faster, a little much more faster than my Chosra 400 stone. So this 120 grit is really an outcome for me. And this Bravo 1 in 3V is quite a thick knife, and the 3V steel is very tough, so I can actually almost keep the convex that Bog River put on this, grind it quite high. I can put it almost flat on the stone. I don't want a flat grind, but because of the motion my hands make naturally, this knife will get a slight convex, which I like really much. I have very good experience with. This is the motion you make, exaggerated. So you don't want to tighten your muscles, you want to keep your hands quite loose. Don't force the motion, it's really important. But this is not really the stone that I shape my apex with. That is the 400 stone. With the Chosra 400 stone, I really try to keep a tight angle. Not too tight because I want the convex. And many people think convex is a really hard grind to sharpen, but it's actually quite easy. All the really old knives are convex. The knives in history are all convex because that's just the natural way of sharpening. Scandi is actually a quite a hard grind. People think they will get a true Scandi by just sharpening and counting their strokes, but it's really hard to get a true convex, a true Scandi. And convex is actually one of the most easy grinds to make, and many people think it's really hard, and they take sandpaper and put a soft layer underneath to get a convex, but that convex is way too big and it will get your knife, you won't be able to make your knife as sharp as you want it to be. Especially with these high grade steels like CPM 3V, you want a small angle to get your knife really sharp. And this 3V is really tough, so it really keeps an edge quite long. It's I think it's my favorite steel. And I still find it kind of hard to keep this side in the same angle as I do this side, because I can watch the spine of the knife when I'm sharpening like this, and I can't do that like this. So it's kind of hard. Table is wobbly. Clean my stone a little bit. Chips are still visible. They've become about a third of the size they were, as you can see. And as you can see, the Bark River grind goes up to here, and my grind is to this side, because I don't want to make this bevel flat. But it feels like I'm keeping the knife flat, because there's a convex bevel on it from the factory, and I tend to keep that convex. Well, I will show you this again in a short period of time, otherwise this will be very boring. So as you can see, the chips are gone, and now I'm going to move to the 220 grit stone. This Shepton Hano Kuramaku 220 grit is a little bit softer than this, so I don't really like this for grinding out chips and stuff. But this, I need to do this, otherwise I won't be able to get rid of the scratches the 120 stone made on my 400 stone. Also, another thing I like to mention is that many people that also use high quality knives like the Bark Rivers also tend to make a secondary bevel on their knives. It's a quick way of sharpening, a secondary bevel, and it's a way to extend the edge holding of a low quality knife. But on a high quality knife, you really don't want a secondary bevel, in my opinion. So many people lift their knives up too high and make a larger angle, which creates an effective secondary bevel on the blade. But this is the one and only bevel you want to have on a high quality knife. A secondary bevel really gives you too much friction when cutting wood. If you need a secondary bevel, I highly recommend you not to make a secondary V-edge, but make a secondary convex on your knife. Sometimes, or most of the times, when you buy a new knife, for the sake of production numbers of the knives, they make a secondary bevel or a micro bevel on the blade, just to increase their speed of production. Some knives you want to keep that secondary bevel by for the edge stability, but you really want to make that convex because it's just way better, in my opinion. So I think this is already ready to go to the 400 stone. I won't film those as much as it is less important for the chip removal. The chips are removed. Now it's just sharpening the knife and making a keen edge. This is the result of 1000 grit. Already a little bit mirror. This is 3000 grit. Kind of mirror already. You always, when you sharpen like this, you always keep these small scratch marks at the end, unless you really take your time to polish it very well. But you can also use that, also remove those by using a Dremel or something like that to polish it away, if you care about appearance very much.
Hey, no worries, man.
This is 5000 grit. Nearly perfect mirror polish. And I will now strop with a black compound and white compound.
Dan moeten we eigenlijk gewoon in de loop van het hele jaar, als we dat echt gaan doen. Maar als het zeg maar qua geld ook echt gewoon meer erop lijkt dat het ook echt gaat gebeuren. Dan moeten we een goed contact opnemen naar kantoor. Over een eventuele sponsor voor camera's. Dan kunnen we er een beetje een survival show van maken die zij ooit wil, weet je.
Ja, staat ook op camera nu dit. White compound. I don't care about these scratches. In my opinion, this is really nice. My girlfriend really likes this. Not. But look, it's very sharp. I don't even need to put any pressure on the knife. And the nice thing is that this angle is still large enough to be very sturdy. So this is a great knife. CPM 3V. And now without the chips. Thank you for watching.